guys, it's Evelyn and welcome back to my channel. My hair is really frizzy today, so we're just gonna go with it. It's just gonna happen. Anyway, if you are new here, my name is Evelyn and I am a freshman environmental science and policy major at Clarkson University. I have like a week left of classes and then final, so I'm almost a sophomore, which technically I am a sophomore because all the credits that I have, but like, you know. But anyway, today I thought I would film a video about things that I wish I knew before going to college, just because I know a lot of you guys are high school seniors right now, deciding where you're going to go to college, and you're kind of just starting to think about college and you're nervous about it and all that stuff. And I was in your boat last year at this time, so I'm just going to be giving you some advice and just telling you some things that I've experienced during my freshman year, and hopefully it'll be helpful for you and kind of like ease your nerves or any anxieties that you have going into college. Alright, so let's just get started.
Baby, waste your time with me in California. You're the next strawberry, and I want more.
Alright, so the first thing I want to talk about, and the thing that you're probably thinking about the most, is living in a dorm, sharing a bathroom, all that stuff. So I was lucky, and with the Clarkson Honors Program, I got to live in dorms that are suite style. So there's a room, a bathroom, another room, and there's 4 of us that share a toilet and a shower and 2 sinks. So that was really nice. I didn't have to have like a big communal bathroom, but I have a lot of friends that did, my brother did. And honestly, like sharing a bathroom and sharing a room with someone is totally chilled. Like, it's really great to be like living with a group of girls and have a community, have someone who can help you pick out your outfit for the next day, or like we all like shared this giant vat of shampoo that we got, and like just fun stuff like that. And you really get used to it. And like, you know, I was worried going in about like, oh, like how's it gonna work when like someone's in the shower but like I need to go get something, or like by the second week of school we were super chill with each other, and like you just had to knock and they would yell like you can come in or like whatever. It was so easy and everyone was just really cool with it, and we were all really respectful of each other, and it was just really easy, and like we all figured out like our schedule and like who was showering when. So it's really easy and it'll just happen, so like don't worry about stuff like that. And you and your roommate have to like make a contract and all of that. So like I knew my roommate going in because we met at our overnight the year before. But you will just figure it out with your roommate, and everything always works out. And the main thing is you have to communicate with each other. So if something is bothering you that they're doing or anything, just tell them and talk about it and figure out a solution. Like my roommate and I were always like really open with each other, and we just like told each other everything. And if we needed to borrow something, or if we just like needed to go to bed and the other person was still up doing homework, like we were really respectful of making sure that each other had the room when we needed it, and just making sure that, you know, we could both sleep and all that stuff. So I often like went to bed a lot earlier than my roommate, and she would just make sure that she was quiet or that she left and like went and did homework in the lounge. And then I would get up and like go to church on Sunday mornings, or I had classes earlier than she did, so I would just try to be like super quiet in the morning. And we were both just like really good about being respectful of each other. And if you're wondering about like, yeah, like ever like having like a boy in the room or like anything like that, like I personally never did. My roommate just had like a guy come over to hang out once, and she just told me like 2 hours ahead of time he was going to come so that I could be somewhere else doing something. So it's like really easy as long as you just communicate with each other. Just make sure that you talk with your roommate and just let them know. In terms of like the schoolwork and stuff, honestly, it just felt like continuing high school. I know for me, like I took a lot of AP classes, so maybe it was just because I was used to taking a lot of college level classes. But honestly, you just start class, and once you get into the groove of everything, it just feels like regular classes, like you're continuing learning just from high school. And it's nice because like in high school I had like 8 classes a day, but in college you have max like 6 classes a semester. So I think I had maybe 6 the first semester and 5 the second semester. I don't really remember. I had between 5 and 6, and you don't really ever have them all in one day. Like on Mondays I did have 5 classes, but it's because I had like my discussion classes for like chem and bio on the same day, where we like went over material with the TA. On Mondays I had my ethics class for honors, and then I had my 2 discussion classes, then I had bio and chem. But then on Tuesdays and Thursdays I just had my 2 literature classes and chem lab on Tuesday. On Wednesday I just had ethics, my bio lab, chem and bio. Thursday I just had my 2 literature classes, which was really nice. And Friday I just had ethics, chem, and bio lecture. So you don't really have that many classes in a day, and it's like really nice, and like every day is like a little different, so it doesn't feel like you're doing the same day over and over and over again, which is nice. Another thing in terms of it kind of still feeling like high school is that pretty much all the freshmen and sophomores and juniors and some of the seniors, like they all still look like high schoolers. Like there's some kids that do look a lot older. There's some kids that are a lot older because they're like seniors, obviously if they're like 21 they look older, or there's kids that are like 26 that come back to start college, that kind of thing, they look older. But a lot of the kids there, like you still all look like you could be in high school, and like no one, it's not like in the movies where like everyone just looks like these like adult, I don't know, it's just not like the movies. Like a lot of people still look young. There's sophomores in my classes that looked like they were in 7th grade. Like I don't know, you just like don't go in expecting everyone to be like the movies. And also, in terms of boys, a lot of the guys at college, even though they are grown men, still act like they are in middle school or high school. So like don't expect like them all to suddenly just be mature men that you've been looking for your whole life, because it doesn't happen. Like some of them are, there's a lot of guys that are really respectful, really great. I have a lot of awesome guy friends, but a lot of guys still just act like they're in high school and do dumb things. So don't expect all of the guys to suddenly become awesome men. And in terms of like dating and stuff, something I didn't really know going into college was that a lot of people use like Tinder and Bumble and stuff like that. Like my roommate was really into that, which is fine. And there's lots of other people like on campus that I knew that were like using like online dating apps to find other college kids to date. Like you kind of go into college expecting that people are like going to be more open to like asking each other out, and like more people would be going on dates. I don't know, that guys would just be more mature and would like ask you out, like that kind of thing. And it doesn't really happen. Like there are like obviously people that start dating because they meet in person in college, but like it's not as often as you think. And I think it's just because we're all so reliant on our phones and technology now, and like we're also like scared to talk to each other. So like you go to college like thinking that like, people are gonna start dating and like that kind of thing, but it's like everyone's just trying to find someone on Tinder or Bumble, and not everyone on there is looking for a relationship. So weird. Like I never used any online dating, but I had lots of friends that did, and it's weird that that's kind of like how our society has changed. So that's just something interesting that I was not expecting going into college, because I kind of like always thought about like online dating stuff for like older people like out of college that like didn't have a place to meet someone. Because when you're in college, like you're surrounded by people your age, so like it's easy to meet someone, but apparently it's not. Another thing that I thought I was going to be leaving behind in high school was acne, because I never really had bad acne, so I was like, okay, I missed it, it's fine. Something I didn't know was that a lot of women and girls get acne really bad in college, just because like the way our bodies work. Like a lot of guys get it more common in like high school age, and girls get it like later on in like hormonal acne and stuff. And I had really, really bad chin acne for like 4 months of college. It was super gross. I was super insecure about it. Like it's mostly gone now, which like thank goodness. But like I was not expecting that to happen, and I was just like really insecure about that. And I didn't have like good concealer like now I do. Like I bought some like acne medicine concealer, so if it happens again I'm ready. But when I got it, like I didn't have anything that I could do about it. I had to go buy like more acne medicine, and I was like trying to make it go away, but I was making it worse. And then I came home and my mom was like, oh my gosh, your chin is so gross. And thank you, mother. But so that's just something I wasn't expecting. So like don't think that acne is gonna stop once you go to college, because it might come back. So just make sure that you have like a good skincare routine and that you are prepared if acne does strike, because it did and it was not fun. Another thing is that a lot of teachers in high school and stuff will tell you like, oh, your college professors are gonna be like way stricter than me and like all that stuff. But my college professors are all like really chill. And
and now we should be able to do delightful podium combustion again. So if we give it a shot, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Not too bad. Not too bad. Delightful podium.
like you have to respect them, and you should get everything in on the deadline, and like all that stuff is very true. But like they're so nice and they're so easy to talk to, and college professors are really like there for you, there to help you, there to give you advice, there to offer you research positions. Like they really just want students to be involved in their research and involved in their class and going to office hours and getting help. And they just want you to go to office hours and sit and have coffee with them. Like they are really nice, really chill, and you should take advantage of those opportunities to network with your professors and just become friends with them. Because when you're in college, you are an adult, and even though they have PhDs and they're like way above you, like you are still kind of almost their colleague, like not all the way at their level yet, but you're like almost there. So they respect you and they want you to learn and they want you to do your best and they want you to get a job or go to grad school. So learn a lot from them, respect them, and just know that they are there to help you and they're not these like scary evil scientists that are far out of your reach. In terms of food and eating, Clarkson's food is pretty good. Like, it's not terrible, it's not great, but it is really repetitive, and I'm vegetarian, so like that makes my options like even more limited. So I ended up eating like the same type of things a lot, and I do try to like throw in a lot of like cool like new things, but a lot of those things were like different meat options, so I couldn't eat them. And like the vegetarian station often just had like cold quinoa, and I was like, I don't really want to just eat cold quinoa, but okay. So food can get pretty repetitive, but it is not difficult to eat healthy. So that was something that I was worried about, was like I have to make sure that I'm eating well, that I'm exercising, all that stuff. I don't want to gain the freshman 15 or whatever. Even though the food is kind of repetitive, it's easy to make sure that you are making healthy choices and eating healthy food. So I would try to watch what I eat and make good healthy decisions. And I mean, obviously, like I would eat ice cream if I wanted ice cream, or like I would eat pizza if I wanted pizza. Like I wasn't like strict with myself, but I made sure that I was not eating junk food like every day for every meal. And I also like the gym on campus, like you have access to the gym, so I definitely started like running more on the treadmill and using the elliptical and stuff like that. I didn't have access to it at home, so it is really easy to stay healthy and stay in shape in college. You just have to make sure that you make a schedule for yourself and build in exercising into your schedule. So like I was on dance ensemble, which met from 9 to 10 at night, so I would often like go and run on the treadmill from like 8:30 to 9 before dance, or I would just fit it into my schedule so that I could make it work, because obviously I had a lot of homework to do, but staying active just helps you perform better on your tests and your schoolwork, because it just helps you like center yourself. So make sure that you build in exercise, and don't think that because you're in college it's going to be hard to be healthy. It's actually easier because you get to make your whole schedule and you're just living on campus with the gym. So like take advantage of that. And lastly, you know, me going into college, like I was pretty sure I knew what I wanted to do, but like not exactly, and I kept changing my mind a lot, and I'm still changing my mind a lot about what I want to do with my degree. And you know, you go in thinking like, oh, I have to know like exactly what I want to do, but like pretty much no one knows exactly what they want to do. There's a couple of kids that have like their whole lives planned out, and I thought I did, but again, I changed my mind a lot. So don't worry about not knowing what you want to do, and like it's okay to change your major. It's okay to change schools if you need to. Like, don't freak out about it, and just go with the flow and know that God has a plan. You're gonna end up where you're supposed to end up no matter what. So just don't feel bad about not knowing exactly what you want to do with your life. Those are just a lot of things that I've come across in college, that I've experienced. Yeah. If you have any questions about college or anything more specific that you want me to talk about, leave a comment down below, or reach out to me on Twitter or whatever. I have all my social media down below, and I can make another video answering your questions.